Hello, I'm Peter Bradshaw and welcome back to the YouTube film review channel that's really popping off. The great, in fact the globally preeminent Italian filmmaker Paolo Sorrentino has a new movie out, The Hand of God, based on his own boyhood in 1980s Naples, where the entire city had gone crazy for new Napoli signing Diego Maradona, the football legend whose handball in the 1986 World Cup helped destroy English hopes. But Diego has a bittersweet personal significance for Paolo Sorrentino. His parents tragically died together in 1987 of carbon monoxide poisoning at their holiday chalet outside the city, where teenage Paolo might himself also have been staying had it not been that he wanted to see Napoli play at home. So the hand of God spared him, but struck down his mum and dad.
A dire qualcosa riesci. A dire una cosa da raccontare. Sì, a dimmi.
This is clearly an intensely personal film, which Sorrentino has been waiting his whole life to make. A movie about something painfully real, more real, arguably, than anything in his much lauded work until now, with its angular stylizations, crash zooms, gargoyle faces, and bizarre hallucinatory episodes. Clearly, Sorrentino has wanted to jettison some of his mannerisms here for something more direct and heartfelt. His own awakening to cinema is shown, and Fellini is a little self-consciously invoked. Maybe Sorrentino intends this to be his amarcord. Now, The Hand of God has been a little coolly received in the discourse since its premiere earlier this year at the Venice Film Festival. Perhaps because of a scene showing young Paolo, fictionalized as Fabietto, by the way, played by newcomer Filippo Scotti, leching over his glamorous, troubled Aunt Patrizia, who likes sunbathing naked. The movie is seen as indulgent and salacious, rather as Fellini's own later movies often were. Now, this is not my favourite Sorrentino film, and it has, for obvious reasons, lost that opaque manner and refusal of ordinary sentiment which makes his best movies so powerful. But it would be very obtuse to deny the exuberance, the energy, and the sheer filmmaking craft of The Hand of God. And maybe there is subconscious hubris in the title that had nothing to do with Maradona. As with all avowedly autobiographical artworks, some of the unacknowledged pleasure lies in wondering how it has been changed, what really happened. What effect did Sorrentino's parents' death have on him and on his art? Are all his satirical contortions just an emotional flight away from that terrible catastrophe? Maybe. Now, with a slightly heavy heart, I come to Come On by Mike Mills, a gorgeous-looking movie which has had the dinner tables of the educated, culture-consuming classes swooning with praise. Joaquin Phoenix plays a radio journalist and likeable, somewhat rascally middle-aged guy, newly single after a breakup, who finds that he has to look after his sister's 8-year-old boy Jesse, played with almost supernatural child actor talent by Woody Norman, an eccentric kid with weird death fantasies.
So should I call you like Papa or Dad or just Johnny?
You can call me whatever feels comfortable to you.
I don't know. It's just I'm not used to being able to choose.
Maybe we can just take this process slowly and see how it feels.
Yeah. And I'm just really sorry that your children died.
You know, I don't think I can do that part.
Yeah, I told you that's how me and Mom do it.
If it makes sense for your mom to do that, that's cool, but it doesn't make sense for me, and that's what I was explaining to you.
Why doesn't it make sense for you?
Because it's ridiculous.
Is it?
It's sad. The question is, why do you want to do it?
You are just terrible at this.
Oh, man, I'm trying. Let me ask you a question. Why does everything have to be like this kind of weird, eccentric thing that you do?
It.
I know, but why not just do something normal? Like
What's
everything
normal?
in your real life.
What's normal?
Okay, fine. Good point.
And so the grown-up and the kid learn a lot about each other and themselves. Now, everyone absolutely adores this film, but I have to confess to being a bit agnostic. It looks beautiful. Joaquin Phoenix is very good, though I'm not sure that his performance is in the sliced bread category where everyone else seems to want to put it. Woody Norman himself is eerily self-possessed. But this is a film in love with its own emotional literacy. Phoenix's character is interviewing real-life high school teenagers about what they think of their own lives and their own futures. And Mike Mills, the director, uses quite a bit of their authentic interview footage interspersed in his fiction. Now, some reviewers absolutely love this. I think it's sneakily siphoning off some of their authenticity, an unearned reality effect. I don't think I've seen a film recently which makes quite such a strident demand to be loved. But you might love it. There's a lovely re-release in the UK this week. It's Ernst Lubitsch's 1940 rom-com classic, The Shop Around the Corner, the film that inspired a number of remakes, including the weirdly maudlin You've Got Mail in 1998 with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. Even big fans of The Shop Around the Corner may not have seen the original trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to introduce myself. I am Mr. Matuszek of Matuszek and Company, the shop around the corner. Now, if you'll be kind enough to take a look at the window, you'll see that we sell some very nice things. Of course, my shop may be a little far away for some of you. It's in Budapest, Hungary, just around the corner from Balta Street. But I'm sure that the bargains you get here will more than make your trip worthwhile. It's the kind of a shop where you get a $3.50 value for $3.48. And now, with your permission, I would like to introduce you to some of the people who work in my shop. First, I'd like you to get acquainted with my head salesman, Mr. Kralik, played by James Stewart. Yeah, I can buy 24 of these cigarette boxes at Miklos Brothers. What do you think of it? I think it's great. Well, open it.
No, Mr. Matuszek, it's not for us.
But you haven't listened to it. It plays Ochi Chornia.
Even if it played Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, I'd still say no. No, I just don't like the idea.
My first sales lady is Clara Novak, played by the very charming Margaret Sullivan. She argues, too.
Listen, I sold as much goods yesterday as anybody else in the shop. 95 Pengo 50 isn't bad for a rainy Monday 3 weeks before Christmas. Did you tell that to Mr. Matuszek?
Yes, I did.
And what did he say?
He said tell her not to come in that blouse anymore.
Tell him I won't.
I will.
Why can't we do trailers like that anymore? There's the actor Frank Morgan, who had played the Wizard of Oz in the famous film the year before, in character here as Mr. Matuszek, the owner of a luxury gift store in Budapest, Hungary, whose top two sales assistants are quarrelling, like, perhaps, Benedict and Beatrice. James Stewart plays Alfred and Margaret Sullivan plays Clara. They're always squabbling, and they're each sighing over the anonymous romantic pen pal that they have. And it doesn't take a genius to work out what's happening. It's a plot contrivance which effectively takes the dislike-attraction paradox at the centre of the traditional meet-cute and makes it last almost the entire film. Go and see it. There's actually another re-release out, a new 4K restoration on Blu-ray of the 2011 film version of Le Carré's Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, directed by Thomas Alfredson and written by Peter Strawn and Bridget O'Connor. Gary Oldman plays George Smiley, the veteran intelligence chief brought out of his inglorious retirement to root out a mole in the upper reaches of the British Secret Service.
There's a rotten apple, Jim. And we have to find it.
What did you make of it, Jim? Controls theory.
I thought it was madness.
I know that it is one of 5 men. All I want from you is one code name. Alaline. Tinker. Aiden. Taylor. Bland. Soldier. Oh, we drop sailor, it's too close to Taylor, and rich man doesn't seem to be applicable. Esther House. Poor man.
And the 5th?
Smiley.
the sheer dreariness and nastiness of the 70s and the duplicitous spy world, when managing decline and managing denial was the order of the day, are captured with horrible clarity by this film, and Oldman is very good, a worthy successor to Alec Guinness in the BBC TV version. Right, that's it. Please have some self-respect and subscribe to this channel and leave a comment to say that you've subscribed. And also, do I have to say this every week? Buy my book using the link below. Be seeing you.